There's a white powder you can buy online for less than $1 that restores foggy yellow headlights to crystal factory clarity in under 10 minutes. Not temporarily, not for 6 months, not until the next rainy season, permanently, using a chemical mechanism so precise that the exact same compound has been used to polish the mirrors of the Hubble Space Telescope, the lenses of Zeiss cameras, the periscope optics of military submarines, and the surgical microscopes inside operating rooms for over a century. Not a $30 restoration kit from the auto parts store with abrasive discs and a UV spray that clouds back up within 6 months. Not a $150 body shop visit that produces a temporary fix your mechanic expects you to replace within 2 years. Not a full headlight assembly replacement at $400 per side when the plastic yellows past the point branded kits can recover. 1 teaspoon of pure white powder, 2 tablespoons of water, a microfiber cloth, 5 minutes of circular motion per lens, and a headlight that looks identical to the one that left the factory floor. The compound is cerium oxide, and has been the gold standard in precision optics since the early 1900s. NASA used it to finish the corrective optics installed on the Hubble Space Telescope during the 1993 servicing mission that rescued the most expensive scientific instrument ever launched. Every major telescope, every surgical microscope, every military optic in the developed world has been finished with this powder for over 100 years, and it costs less than a gas station coffee. Then the auto aftermarket industry did the math. The American headlight restoration market alone generates over $1.5 billion a year in body shop labor, branded kits, UV sealant sprays, and repeat service contracts. The broader auto aftermarket industry generates over $480 billion annually. A $1 powder that permanently restores yellowed polycarbonate headlights to factory clarity cannot be allowed to become common consumer knowledge. They did not suppress this because it failed. They buried it because it worked too well, outlasted their entire product category, and threatened every recurring service dollar the aftermarket depends on. This is the story of cerium oxide, the most precise polishing compound ever discovered, and the one powder a $1.5 billion industry praise you never mix in a bowl with 2 tablespoons of water. If these stories mattered to you, the subscribe button and the bell are the best way to make sure this knowledge survives. Now let me take you back to where this all begins. The year is 1803. A Swedish chemist named Jöns Jakob Berzelius is studying a peculiar dark mineral pulled from a mine in Basnäs, Sweden. The rock contains a cluster of rare earth elements that no laboratory in Europe has been able to separate. It would take another 50 years before an Austrian chemist named Karl Ower von Welsbach finally isolated a pure white oxide from that cluster. He named it cerium oxide, after the dwarf planet Ceres, that had been discovered just 2 years before the mineral itself was first identified. The compound was fine, almost chalky, lighter than talcum powder. It had a property that stunned every glassworker who touched it. When mixed with water and applied to a lens surface with gentle circular pressure, it did not scratch. It polished, not the way sandpaper works, by grinding material away layer by layer. Cerium oxide bonded with the surface at the chemical level, filling microscopic pits and fractures while simultaneously smoothing the outer layer. Opticians across Vienna were the first to understand what they were holding. By the early 1900s, cerium oxide had become the default polishing compound for telescope lenses across Europe and North America. The Mount Wilson Observatory in California used it to finish the 100-inch Hooker reflector telescope in 1917, the mirror that helped Edwin Hubble prove that the universe was expanding. Every major optical laboratory in Germany, England, and Japan adopted it for finishing precision glass. Zeiss used it in their legendary camera lenses. Military contractors used it to polish submarine periscopes through 2 world wars. And in 1993, NASA used it to finish the corrective optics installed on the Hubble Space Telescope during the first servicing mission. The compound that helped humanity see the edge of the universe sits in laboratory stockrooms around the world for less than $1 per application. And the auto industry looked at your foggy headlights and said nothing. The suppression strategy only makes sense once you understand why your headlights turned yellow in the first place. Before 1992, most car headlights were made of glass. Glass is naturally resistant to ultraviolet radiation. A glass headlight could last the entire service life of the vehicle without clouding. Then in the early 1990s, the automotive industry switched nearly every production line into polycarbonate plastic. The official reason was safety, because polycarbonate is lighter and more shatter resistant. The real reason was cost, because polycarbonate is dramatically cheaper to mold at factory scale and cuts significant weight from the front of the vehicle. But polycarbonate has a fatal weakness that glass never had. It breaks down under ultraviolet light. The sun attacks the surface of every polycarbonate headlight lens every single day of its exposed life. UV radiation creates a chain reaction called photooxidation that degrades the plastic at the molecular level. Microscopic pits form in the surface. The factory-applied UV protective coating flakes, away within 3 to 5 years. Moisture seeps into the fractures, trapping dirt and accelerating the oxidation cycle. The result is the familiar yellow haze that makes your headlights look 15 years older than the car behind them. Now here's what happens at the molecular level when cerium oxide contacts oxidize polycarbonate, and this is the part in the auto industry it does not want explained in plain language. A 2006 study published in the journal Where examined the polishing mechanism of cerium oxide on both glass and polymer surfaces. The researchers confirmed that cerium oxide performs what is called chemical mechanical polishing, a process fundamentally different from simple abrasion. When the cerium oxide slurry is applied under gentle friction, a tribochemical reaction occurs at the molecular level. The cerium ions form temporary chemical bonds with silicon and oxygen atoms on the damaged surface. Those bonds pull degraded material away while simultaneously depositing a smooth, uniform finish. The result is not a layer of polish sitting on top of the damage waiting to peel off. It is a structural repair of the surface itself. A 1998 study published in the Journal of Non-Crystalline Solids confirmed the same mechanism on amorphous polymer surfaces. The cerium oxide chemically reacts with the outer molecular layer, dissolving oxidation damage while depositing a smoother finish than the factory coating ever achieved. This is why NASA trusts the compound with the Hubble Telescope. This is why Zeiss trusts it with surgical lenses. And this is why a single teaspoon of powder makes your headlights look like they just rolled off the assembly line. A 2021 study from the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety tested vehicles with degraded headlights against factory new lenses. The degraded headlights produce only 22% of the light output of a new lens. That means 78% of your headlight power is being absorbed by a layer of oxidized plastic thinner than a sheet of paper. The same study found that vehicles with severely degraded headlights had nighttime stopping visibility distances up to 40% shorter than vehicles with clear lenses. That is not cosmetic damage. That is a documented safety hazard that body shops are profiting from rather than permanently solving. If you have made it this far, you already understand more about headlight restoration than 99% of car owners and most mechanics. Subscribe and share this with someone still paying $200 for a fix that costs less than $1. Now stay with me, because what comes next is the part they really do not want you to hear. The American headlight restoration market reached $1.5 billion in 2024, driven by body shop labor, branded retail kits, UV sealant sprays, and dealer-installed restoration services. The average body shop charges between $150 and $300 per pair of headlights. The average branded restoration kit costs $30 to $60 and includes sanding discs, a polishing compound, and a UV sealant spray. That sealant is the key to the entire system, because every single kit on the market uses a temporary UV coating that degrades within 3 to 12 months. The manufacturers know this. The cycle is engineered. A 2018 report from Consumer Reports tested multiple over-the-counter headlight restoration kits. Every single kit showed significant rehazing within 12 months. Several failed within 6 months. The report concluded that no branded kit delivered a lasting solution. The customer was expected to return and repurchase the kit, or give up and book the body shop. Now compare that to cerium oxide. A 50-gram bag of powder costs between $1 and $3 online. That single bag contains enough compound for 8 to 12 full headlight restorations. The cost per headlight pair works out to 15 to 25 cents of raw material. One application outlasts every branded kit on the market by years rather than months, because cerium oxide does not sit on top of the polycarbonate waiting to peel off. It restructures the surface itself. You cannot patent cerium oxide. The compound has been in the public domain since Welsbach isolated it in the 1880s, and the manufacturing process is completely unprotected intellectual property. You cannot create a subscription service around a single application that never needs repeating. You cannot generate brand loyalty when the customer only buys once and never returns. And you cannot sustain a $1.5 billion restoration industry on a compound that costs a fraction of a dollar per use. So the industry did what every industry does when a cheap, unpatentable solution threatens a high-margin service category. They never mentioned it. Cerium oxide sits on optical supply catalogs and lapidary websites where precision glass workers and gemstone polishers have been buying it for decades. It does not sit on any shelf in any automotive retailer in North America. The aftermarket parts industry stocks the branded kits with the temporary sealants and the sanding discs. The body shops stock the professional-grade restoration systems that cost $300 per visit. Nothing on any automotive shelf directs a consumer to the precision optics supply chain where the same compound that polishes Zeiss camera lenses is sold by the gram for less than the cost of a snack. I need to be honest about the limitations because credibility matters. Cerium oxide restores oxidized polycarbonate to factory clarity, but it cannot repair deep cracks or structural damage to the lens housing. For headlights that have been physically struck by debris, cracked by impact, or damaged by solvents that have eaten into the deeper layers of the polycarbonate, no polishing compound can restore structural integrity. Those lenses need replacement. For lenses that have yellowed or fogged through normal UV exposure over the life of the vehicle, which accounts for the overwhelming majority of headlight clouding, Cerium oxide delivers results that exceed every branded kit and every body shop service at a fraction of the cost. Now here's exactly how to do it. Step 1. Order a 50-gram bag of cerium oxide powder from any online optical supply, lapidary or mineral polish retailer. The cost is between $1 and $3. Some bags are labeled cerium oxide, some are labeled optical polish, and some are labeled rare earth polishing compound. All work identically. Step 2. Gather your supplies. You need a small spray bottle filled with clean water, a microfiber cloth or a foam polishing pad, a small mixing bowl, and masking tape to protect the paint around the headlight. Step 3. Wash the headlight thoroughly with soap and water to remove surface grime and road dirt. Dry completely. Step 4. Apply masking tape around the perimeter of the headlight lens, covering any paint or trim within 2 inches of the edge. Cerium oxide will not damage paint, but the tape prevents accidental cross-contamination during application. Step 5. Mix 1 tablespoon of cerium oxide powder with 2 tablespoons of clean water in your mixing bowl. Stir to form a thin, smooth paste about the consistency of the milk. The paste should be uniform, with no dry clumps remaining. Step 6. Load the microfiber cloth with a small amount of paste and apply it to the headlight lens. Using firm, steady circular motions, work the paste across the entire lens surface for 3 to 5 minutes per headlight. You will see the paste change color from white to yellowish brown as the oxidation layer lifts from the polycarbonate. Step 7. Keep the surface moist throughout the polishing. If the paste begins to dry, spray a light mist of water and continue the circular motion. Dry paste loses effectiveness and can leave streaks. Step 8. After 3 to 5 minutes of polishing, wipe the residue off with a clean, damp microfiber cloth. Inspect the lens. If any haze remains, apply a second coat and repeat the circular motion for another 2 to 3 minutes. Most moderately oxidized headlights respond fully to a single application. Heavily yellowed lenses from vehicles over 10 years old may need 2 applications. Step 9. Once the lens is crystal clear, rinse with clean water and dry with a fresh microfiber towel. Remove the masking tape. Step 10. For long-term UV protection, apply a thin coat of automotive clear coat spray or a dedicated UV blocking sealant. This step is optional because cerium oxide itself creates a smoother, more UV-resistant surface than the original factory coating. But if your car sits in direct sunlight year-round, the added clear coat extends the restoration lifespan measurably. Total time for both headlights, under 15 minutes of active work. Total material cost, under $1 if you already own a cloth and a spray bottle. Total result, factory clarity that a body shop would charge $300 to produce, and a branded kit would deliver temporarily for $40. A self-taught mechanic in rural Ohio documented a before and after restoration, using exactly this protocol on an online automotive forum in 2022. The left headlight was untreated, opaque, almost solid yellow after 15 years of sun exposure. The right headlight had been polished with cerium oxide for 4 minutes. The difference looked like a 20-year time gap on the same vehicle. Commenters who attempted the same protocol reported identical results, and several documented that their restored headlights remained clear for over 2 years without any retreatment. The chemistry inside that $40 branded restoration kit is a combination of abrasive sanding compounds that strip the polycarbonate surface, followed by a sealant spray that degrades under UV within months. The chemistry inside a $1 bag of cerium oxide has been polishing precision optics at the molecular level since Welsbach isolated the pure compound in 1885. One requires a retail distribution network and a replacement cycle engineered into the product. The other requires a mixing bowl, a cloth, and 10 minutes of your afternoon. Every precision optical industry on Earth understood this chemistry decades before the auto industry switched to polycarbonate headlights. Vienna opticians knew it finishing crystal lenses at the turn of the 20th century. Mount Wilson Observatory knew it polishing the 100-inch Hooker reflector in 1917. Zeiss knew it building the camera lenses that defined 20th century photography. German and American military contractors knew it finishing submarine periscopes through 2 world wars. NASA knew it rescuing the Hubble Space Telescope in 1993. And the lapidary suppliers and optical polish retailers selling cerium oxide by the gram have known it for over a century. $1.5 billion in annual headlight restoration revenue depends on you never typing cerium oxide into a search engine. $40 branded kits depend on you believing that restoring a polycarbonate lens requires a multi-step system with a proprietary UV sealant. And $300 body shop services depend on you never connecting the compound that polished the Hubble Space Telescope to the yellowed headlights on your own vehicle. This knowledge did not disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared from the consumer awareness because it worked too well, lasted too long, and cost too little for anyone to build an automotive product line around it. Tribochemical polishing does not care about retail margins. Rare earth oxides do not negotiate with warranty periods. And a compound named after the dwarf planet Ceres has never charged a licensing fee. If this video changed how you look at the yellowed headlights on your car, the $40 kit on the auto parts shelf, or the $300 estimate from your last body shop visit, then subscribe and share it now. Every single share puts this knowledge in front of someone the auto aftermarket industry assumed would never visit an optical supply catalog, and every subscription keeps this channel digging deeper into the secrets they thought were sealed forever.